Enchantress. I'm here with another weekly reading and love message from your person. So we have 4 piles this time, and this time we have my deck that I created, the Enchanted Romance, and some hunks from the Major Arcana. So we have the Guardian, which is an extra card, the Devil, the Magician, and the Hierophant. Let's take a close-up look at these guys. The Guardian. These are my holographic deck too. The Devil. I drew him with my eyes actually. The Magician. I had to add his infinity symbol. That's Waterhouse. It might even be self-portrait, maybe. I don't know. And the Hierophant. It's one of the cute ones. All right. So, not all of you are interested in the masculine form for sure, but don't let that be a deterrent. You can either see yourself in these cards, or you can see your person or not. It doesn't even matter, because this is about an energy. You can choose by number 1, 2, 3, 4. You could choose by timestamp or any other method that you like. There's one that Charmed Intuition does, where she feels which one's the hottest. So she like runs her hand over each one. Whoa, the Devil feels kind of hot. I'm surprised. It's because he lives in hell. Yeah, the Devil is actually the hottest, or the coolest one. Or you can close your eyes and then look at numbers 1 through 4, whichever like kind of blows up, gets really big in your head. That could be the one. I've done that method. That works really good too. But let's go ahead and just take a deep breath in. Close your eyes, release your breath. Open your eyes and let them be drawn to the pile that's meant for you. You definitely can choose more than one, and maybe the order could have something to do with the specific messages from your person. So let's begin. All right, number 1 is the Guardian. The Guardian, according to my description in my book, is kind of a mix of, he's kind of like Justice, he's kind of like the Empress, he's kind of a mix of the Kings and the Emperor too, but mostly he's the kind of energy that's about protecting. And so it would be the guard outside the kingdom, not the actual king of the kingdom. This is a fan art of Kratos, the god of war, and this represents a protector, a masculine energy, a defender, a keeper, a watchful guide, caretaker, someone who's kind and compassionate, a champion of the weak, a mentor, warm-hearted, charitable, just, dominant, exacting, and strict. So a little toss of that swords energy in there as well. So let's see. Maybe we can find a match for the Guardian, or maybe we can just get a message about the Guardian. So what's coming up next? What do we have? 7 of Pentacles. Ooh, this is about divine timing. So something this is also like picking the right one. So a choice that is just right, is perfect. It's the right choice. It's also about seeing the fruits of your labor, like seeing something develop. Maybe It's slow going. You know, sometimes things grow underground first before you ever see shoots above ground. And so there's been a growing process maybe that you haven't seen, or it's taking a little while, but you're about to see some of the shoots finally, you know, some of the evidence of this work. Let's see. Yeah, possibly springtime, where winter lies dormant and springtime it blossoms. Some of my plants were already growing, and then that freeze came in and the plants were like, oh, gotta start all over. Oh, we have Four of Cups. So somebody just said, I dread was it four? No, it was the Four of Pentacles, I think, or maybe it was the Four of Cups. I dread the Four of Cups. Well, it's only something that you dread if it's on the other end. If you're giving somebody attention and they're not interested. But it could be the other way around. And it could also be other people where you have your eyes set on the goal, this growth here. And so that's why you're not paying attention to any other surrounding obstacle. This can also represent to me false claims of love or interest or something, and you being discerning and realizing the difference and thinking, oh yeah, no thank you, thank you but no thank you, and then and putting up a boundary against the ones that don't deserve your attention. So that's fair too, it's fair. Sometimes Four of Cups is a necessary energy, even though we don't always like it. But I think it's, in your case, it's something not against a person that you've been thinking about that you like, but maybe a person that you've been thinking about that you've been trying to shake off, that energy, shake it off. And that's also something that's going to happen. So you have growth in this connection, and you have clearing out of shadow bonds, shadow connections, shadow cords, things like that. Then you have the Fool, so you're going to take some risks and start fresh and feel brave and have a leap of faith and just realize, life is about living. I'm going to shake it off and I'm going to start again. I'm going to start new and fresh. So that's good. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Let's see. Oh, nice. And then you have the Ten of Cups. So not in the very far future will you have this all-encompassing contentment. This is what you want. You don't want this. You don't want the, okay, well, I guess I'll accept your attention. No, you want this feeling, the feeling where your heart's about to burst and you want to cry and laugh at the same time because the energy feels so good and the person you're with lifts you up. And it's not just really about the person, it's you. You feel extra specially good when you're around them, but even when you're not around them, it's just thinking of them. And so it's a little bit different with this person, just a little bit different. So stay focused because you're taking a leap of faith, and taking a chance on this person is going to really manifest something really good, like really good emotions. And this could be just somebody that you were interested in because you were lonely or bored, or you had a fun little flirtation and you're not really that interested, that could be something passing away. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a beautiful Rumi message for you. Every week I do a little bit different message cards, and it's just whatever my whim goes, wherever my whim goes. And so, well, actually, it's a little more than that, I guess. It's where spirit leads me. This week, I'm doing mostly my decks. Rumi's about the only deck that isn't my deck that I'm added. You've got Let's take a look at the picture. Ooh, pretty. You have the Star Mother Arrakis. Be the king who has made his own kingdom. Our Star Mother keeps an eye on all the wild games happening in the sacred playground of the earth, shining her divine justice and protection. No bully shall prevail over you. No bully from within you shall prevail either. You are the child so secure in the love of our mother, and that you can trust life and your ability to face whatever comes implicitly. This is so nice. It's funny, I had a bit of a bully situation myself, and yesterday I was looking for a good meditation for the Leo full moon, and I went through my Isis Oracle, and the brother of darkness popped out at me. I was like, oh, this looks like a good one. So hurt people, right? Bullies are are in that category. You don't deserve it, but there's no excuse for what they did or do. But at the same time, you have your own healing to do, or your own reaction, or an actions and reactions, and what you're going to do about it. So take it upon yourself to clear your energy, to do whatever rituals you need to do, even if you have to cry a few days before you can get to the rituals, whatever you have to do. But know that Mother Arrakis is embracing you, and that there is a true king here that will give you that deep, abiding love that you deserve, and not this toxic stuff that maybe you've been dealing with. If you maybe you're dealing with now, maybe you have in the past, maybe other energies come through once in a while and you just don't have any time for that. If you're the masculine, also I feel like could be a choice between a mature connection or some kind of, I don't know, just sort of kind of immature or bland or unevolved. But Mother Arrakis is the protecting force here. Okay, so now, let's get a little bit of romantic fairy and see what's going on in this connection. Ooh, you've got a healing connection. Well, exactly. Your romance will transform your life. I think we need another one. Oh, yes. See? You guys are twin flames. You've known this soul that mirrors your own. You recognize them. You're the one. Your dreams are going to come true. You're going to get that all-encompassing contentment. There could be a time apart right now, or maybe this time apart is ending. But you have a destiny together. The workplace romance could represent work, of course, but I think it also represents a common cause, like a mission together. So there is that possible future for you as well. But remember, if you're in separation right now, just realize it's not going to last too long. I feel like when this card comes out, it almost means that separation is coming close to an end, that you've been through it, and that this is about it's funny, in the Romance Angels it says separation's coming in the future, but in mine it's just talking about a separation, and it's up to the cards to say whether it's now or later, and I feel like it's a passing energy. Okay, now we're getting into some messages. So we have a message from my new deck, Enchanted Kiss. I am going to do some fun stuff with this deck. But in the meantime, I wanted to at least, it's like holographic on both sides, so it's kind of fun. I wanted to do at least one reading with it until I play around with the edges. But yeah, if you guys want to see, I might make a tutorial on how to edge this in holographic edging. I'm gonna try, guys. Okay, let's see. All right, you've got, oh, I drown in your memory. Just thinking a lot about what you guys have already been through, you know? You're like a shooting star in the rain. That's sweet. Whoa. You're the one thing I can't get enough of. And I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box for weeks. I like that one. All right, let's see. What about your Enchanted Embrace messages? We've got, I Can Show You the World. That's a good song. I Could Get Lost in Your Eyes. And those are the pink cards, so those are love energy. I Want to Grow Old with You. And the orange energy is like the stability chakra, like feeling warm and stable. And here's some more warm and stable. Someday we'll be together. That's nice. Yeah, very sweet. All right. And we're going to just top it off with a little cherry on top and then get some charms. Here we go. A little cherry on top. We've got Water Loving. I'll just let them fly. And Air Wise. And Earth Youthful. And Water Romantic. Okay. Let's see what your charms have to say. Oh, you know what your charms have to say? Yeah, have a ball of trash. All right. I might have to put this back in its place on Miss Valentine's decor. Here we go. Ooh, you guys got the marble that represents Mercury, which is communication planet. Look, you got the twin flames, the twin flame symbol, and you've got the Big Ben. This is the serendipitous event, the special meetup, matchup, the divine timing. What is the word that I'm looking for? That's just the destined meeting. Yes, destined meeting. There you go. There's music in the air. You might have a lot of celebrating to do, but there's sort of this age thing. You know, everything is aging like a fine wine. It's going to ripen to the perfect. It's just like the Seven of Pentacles. It's ripening. And the divine timing is coming in at its sweetest, the most delicious this wine will ever be. And then you have the camera, which to me kind of goes along with cell phones. You know, the way we look at each other, selfies, photos, exchanging pictures, just watching each other. And it could also represent photography, though. If you're good at that, then that's something you could get into. But I feel like the photography here is mostly your photography of you and that you share with your person and they share with you. And then we have the weights, so somebody working out, getting strong. And we have and it could be some, like the term working out, something is working out. We have the dog. the dog could also represent the year of the dog. Every time the dog comes out, I forget to mention Chinese astrology, zodiacs, but it could represent the dog or the year of the dog, or it could also represent best friends, lovers, soulmates, because the dog in the Lenormand represents those things. It represents loyalty and being by your side. A possible date on the way with the picnic basket, with the wine and the cheese and the apples and the crackers. That's my favorite. That's like my all-time favorite date, is to have like a little wine, cheese, cracker picnic outdoors on some kind of grassy hill watching the clouds or something like that. I've always wanted to do that. Anyway, I hope you guys like that. I'm going to move on to the next. Alrighty, and here's number 2, the devil. Now you can definitely choose the devil for whatever reason. Maybe because it's pile 2, maybe because he's got my eyes, maybe because you are interested in a Capricorn, maybe because you're interested in a certain particular bondage kind of situation. It doesn't matter. Whatever, for whatever reason, the devil can represent a lot of things. Certainly the devil sometimes represents things out of balance, but the devil always represents libido and lust and good things, even if they do go out of balance sometimes. All right, let's see now. Maybe we can find a matchup for the devil, or just some kind of what's happening, you know, what's coming up next. All right, see, with the Knight of Pentacles, that definitely could represent Capricorn energy, right? And so there's nothing scary about that. In fact, Capricorn energy or Taurus or Virgo could represent somebody who is committed, who's determined, but it's taking a while because they have to be very sure about every step that they make. It could lead to a little bit of a sense of stagnation, but nevertheless, there is movement here, even though it may be taking a little while. Similar to pile 1, where there seemed like a divine timing at hand, that you may have seen the growth, haven't seen the growth, but it was all underground. You may have not seen the movement, but this person was just walking very slowly next to their horse instead of riding it or something like that, you know? Maybe they got a flat tire, or I don't know. But there is movement towards in this situation. And there's earth energy, which is commitment and stability. And then look at this. We have the Knight of Wands. So I think this is kind of a funny combination. Kind of makes me feel like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. This could be, you know, so many things got in the way of the process. It could represent that things like Mercury retrograde really affected the movement, right? Like going in reverse instead of moving forward. But the Knight of Wands could also represent a challenger of some sort. It could represent... It represents fire, energy, enthusiasm. Could represent a player energy that might have came in temporarily. It could represent an energy where maybe you didn't feel like this person was committed because you thought they were you had this kind of player temporary energy, which they do not. You know, they're trudging forward. They keep on moving. It's very possible with the devil here that this person was perceived as not serious or just interested in physical matters and not a long-term situation. But I think that they are. Anyway, things are going to turn around. You see, now the direction is back in. And whenever we're reading, we read from present to future, and I feel like movement goes from left to right as well. And so I feel this represents that we're getting back on the right track. With the 6 of Swords, there's movement again, and it's even faster now because you're on a boat. And things are about to transform and change quite a bit. There's a personal, like, rites of passage that you had to go through. Maybe you had to dip into this energy a little bit. Maybe you had to just date or flirt or do whatever for a little while until you felt you were ready for commitment. But now it looks like you're moving forward into this process of a new life, a new destination, a new direction. Ooh! You've got the Three of Cups. So there's a celebration happening here. And it's funny though, because Three of Cups can, well, in this deck, it definitely does represent the tryst. So maybe you were playing with this idea, but you weren't sure if you wanted to go through with it, go through with having a rendezvous with this person, going all the way, or finding a place together, or being together. But I feel like that's about to change. Like this tryst is about to happen. Okay, so let's see about what we're gonna do. A little Rumi for you. Oh wait, yeah, that was pile one's Rumi card. Very beautiful. So Rumi hit the spots in pile one. Oh my gosh. Let's see what Rumi will do for pile two. And you've got the Blessing of Al-Kahim. Let's take a look at that. How pretty. Wow. This looks like a moonlit night. Kind of like this actually Romeo and Juliet. So kind of it could have a bit of a taboo to it. But let's see what this has to say. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Al-Hakim is wisdom, soul medicine. You no longer have to drive the unfoldment of your desires into form. You rest in the assurance that your daily application and effort are enough, and so is your surrender. Mental anguish is now soothed. Divine healing can occur most readily in the unknowing yet trusting spaciousness of your open heart. That's a very interesting, poetic way of saying this, but I feel that there could have been this wrestling going on, a decision making, maybe feeling a bit guilty about some of these feelings that you're having, but I feel like you're getting the blessing of Al-Kahim to go ahead and make this choice. And this rites of passage that leads you to this person's arms. All right, well, I thank you for the blessing, Al-Kahim. Alrighty, so let's see now what your romantic fairy has to say. We've got, ooh, very nice. We have love language is gift giving. Tokens of reciprocity holds cherished memories. So somebody could be giving you a gift. Sometimes that's exactly what the Knight of Pentacles is. Somebody coming through with a gift or a tangible, something that you can actually hold, something tangible. Then you have bonding, which is definitely tangible. This is, as you get to know each other, you discover many things in common. Let's do a little bit more. Oh, what was this one? Ooh, you've got a fearless love. This is a courageous leap into the unknown. So we didn't get like the Fool card, but I feel like Six of Swords has got a little bit of that energy. Having courage, having faith in this next phase of your journey. This is all part of a growing experience. And it's time to let go of the past. So it's okay that maybe this experience happened, the dabbling in the wand's energy, but it's time to let that energy go so you can have stronger, deeper bonds. Or just let go of anything that gets in the way of this particular bond that you want to get closer to. Let go of those limiting beliefs. All right. Now let's use my new deck, which is the Enchanted Kiss. I can't wait to edge this in foil. This is gonna be so nice. It's foil on either side. I'm gonna make it this huge foil deck if I can, but I'm really hoping to. here we go. We've got, while we are apart, don't give your heart to anyone. So he's on his way. He's just like a little bit nervous that you might give your heart away too soon before he gets there, or she. The water is dark and deep inside this ancient heart. You will always be a part of me. Every time I see your bubbly face, I get tingles in a silly place. You're everything that feels like home to me. It starts in my soul and I lose all control. This person is a really, has kind of funny, like, I feel humor with them, you know, and I feel sort of a bubbly, giggly energy. That's nice. Or at least that's what you're feeling with them, you know, like this bubbly energy. All right, let's see what your Enchanted Embrace is. Kisses and embraces. We've got, can you feel my love in pink, in the love color? Let me be your emperor. Oh, I'm not worthy. Like, oh, I don't deserve you. So blue is the sadsies color, or you know, yeah, just sort of the moody color, the shadow color. Wow, so there is a person that could be grappling with two parts of themselves. Like maybe they don't feel worthy to be with you. They want to be your emperor, so they're trying to find their value and their worth. Let's get one more. I feel like they... Oh, I forgot my sentimental silhouettes. Next time. Oh, look. Our mental synchronization can have but one explanation. You and I were just meant to be. So, yeah, I think they'd realize your connection's meant to be, and then every once in a while they go into worth issues, self-worth issues. All right, well, let's get a little cherry on top, and then we'll get some charms. We've got water empathy. And earth cuddly, fire confidence, and earth youthful. See, a lot of earth came out. Okay, let's get to your charms now. You've got a sweet idea coming through. You've got coffee. Somebody likes the coffee. Again, with the Big Ben and this sort of destined meeting of some sort, this serendipity, this synchronicity. And we have the airplane. Somebody could be traveling to somebody else. We've got the Sydney is the opera house. There could be some kind of performance or stage involved. The ship is also kind of a long distance energy here. Ooh, yeah, feeling like crossing a wide expanse, a big distance, but yeah, getting there. There's protection here. Maybe that's why it's taken so long, because there's a bit of a distance. Ooh, Leo, you've got generous. So the Lionsgate energy could be very important to you. We just had full moon in Leo, and we're having another portal coming up between the 17th and the 22nd, 222, February 2nd, 22nd, 2022. So that's a big portal right there that's about to open up for everybody. And then there's another portal in August that I think the Leo full moons are always tied into this Leo Lionsgate in August. So be aware of the portals of opportunity. That's when you make your move, right? That's when leaps of faith and your Six of Swords energy of you know, transitioning and moving into that next phase. Those are ripe times for your opportunity. You've got music here with the piano, and you have the dime, which can represent a lot of things like design on a dime, or making your money go a long way, or doing a lot with a little, you know, or somebody being a 10, you know, or you're a dime. I think that used to be a saying in the day, like if somebody was cute, they were a dime. I don't know. And then you have you have Hatteras Island Lighthouse. And you know, lighthouses just, they're kind of like E.T. phone home. They're kind of like the hermit shining the light out to the beloved, so the beloved comes through. And I feel like, so it takes the light and then the traveling, the distance to meet, right? And since we have the boat and the lighthouse, I think that's definitely indicating that somebody is traveling and you're shining the light, or the other way around. And the acorns could represent August. I don't know, I say August, fall. It can represent like the Four of Pentacles, like savings and collecting things, like storing things up, the storehouse. Yeah, so something like that. I also kind of like that it's 2 pentacles. It looks like almost like bells, you know, something that you hold on to like that. That's cute. Okay, well, I hope you like that, and I'm going to move on to the next. All right, in pile 3, we have the Magician, which could represent an older man or wiser man or manifestor, or somebody who is a genius, clever, talented. Yeah, an inventor. So let's see about this connection. Maybe somebody can come out to match up with the Magician, or maybe it's just what you guys are, what's going on in your connection. Let's just do this one at a time. Okay, what did we get here? We got, oh nice, the 3 of Pentacles. It feels like a collaboration, like 2 heads are better than 1. So coming up together with ideas, you know, and because you're collaborating on an idea, maybe feelings start to grow for each other. It also kind of feels like a telepathic connection too. Your heads are very connected, psychically connected. Also could represent creating a third thing, like maybe even having children together, or working on a project together. Let's see what else. And we have the 4 of Swords. Today's little TikTok, the coffin came out, which often reminds me of the 4 of Swords. It's like a peaceful, restful period. And it looked very much kind of like a knight was headed towards the sleeping princess, you know, very, very sleeping beauty. And that's kind of what we have here. We have sort of a sleeping beauty. So there could be a couple of things here, like maybe you're still, you know, awakening. Maybe there's a bit of awakening to do. But by having this person connect with you telepathically and mentally, it's helping you. It also feels like, oh yeah, this is strong telepathic connection. And maybe you dream of your person, and you're just always, your mind is always connected. There's just no beginning or end to that feeling of knowing what they're thinking, where their mind is at. You're very in tuned with them. And you could, you know, live with them in your dreams even. And then you have the Princess of Wands. You know what? I'm getting spirit baby energy here for some reason. Like, because I don't sense you being this princess energy. Could be like you could be sort of maybe not fully mature, or a little bit of spitfire, a little bit of sassy, a little bit definitely feeling young compared to the Magician. Maybe that a big age gap. But I sense more because of the 3 of Pentacles, that either you and your person have a child together, or there's a spirit baby out there that belongs to you, that like is always around you. And whenever this soul comes into your life, she's going to be maybe kind of a fire sign, very sassy, very bold, but somebody that you definitely should listen to, because they're going to be very like wise and helpful in your journey. I think they've already been very helpful in your journey. All right, let's see what else. All right, and then you have the Three of Wands. So there's a bit of waiting going on, anticipating. You could be pregnant, or somebody could be making you pregnant. And so, yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, this could be the person you're thinking about, could be an established relationship with somebody that, you know, you've been together for a while, not necessarily in any kind of separation, maybe just asking about, maybe you just want to know what they have to say, and maybe wanting to know if any messages from spirit babies will come out, which is, it's definitely going to be a topic, up and coming topic. I just got to get a few decks, but definitely I feel like the spirit babies are just like, is it time yet for us to talk? So let's see what your Rumi message is going to be. I think the Rumi messages have been very profound and spot on. So let's see what you're going to get. Let's see. Okay. This looks kind of like a guardian angel energy. Let's check it out. Victory of Miriam. If you are longing to caress the moon, do not turn away from it. You are an eagle with wings, ready to soar, so I push you from the cliff top that you may know yourself. Whatever may be troubling you is not meant to bring you trouble. Allow yourself to become eagle-eyed, beloved wild one. The attitude rather than the circumstance needs to shift. Then you shall find your resolution. Oh, very good. So you actually do not have any problems right now. There are no problems. What if you're thinking, oh, I can't conceive? Nope, that is a false message you're giving yourself. You can. It's all about your attitude and manifesting it in. Isn't it funny that you chose the Magician, because the Magician's about manifesting. You just have to choose your words better and choose your visualization differently, and find the feelings and the moments that uplift you and bring you joy. It's those things that will create this law of attraction, magnetic quality to draw in that what you wish to draw in. All right, so keep working at it, but I think you're getting very close at drawing in that energy you desire. It's a change of attitude, not so much of your circumstance. Your circumstances are actually, everything's happening the way it's meant to be. It's just the way you're looking at it now. Okay, so let's see what the romantic fairy has to say. All right, you also have to let go of something from the past. You know, clear energy to allow more love in your life. There could be just this, to me is just your lack of mentality, negative self-talk, whatever it is. Just because a certain pattern has happened in the past doesn't mean it has to repeat itself, right? You can stop that pattern right now by changing your thoughts completely and saying, nope, this is good coming through. You know, I'm fearless, I'm bold. Is talking about taking that leap, or else Spirit's going to push you off the cliff. So be courageous and take a leap into the unknown and have faith. Let's see what else. And we have, a perfect match. You complete each other in the most harmonious way. That's what Spirit's trying to say to you. Whether you have doubts or not, Spirit sees you as a perfect couple. And, I'm going to take this one because the tease is like lighthearted energy. Lighthearted is good when you want to be playful and not take yourself too seriously. But I think sometimes that energy can interfere when you are being Acting uncertain, see? So we're going to take this one. This is a serendipitous event. All right? And Big Ben's been coming out in everybody's charms, and that's what this means. Divine timing and a destined meeting. Something very rare and special coming through. All right, let's get into some messages now. We're going to use my new deck, Enchanted Kiss. I can get it to, it's holographic, so it has trouble zooming. Okay. Want to vanish inside your kiss every day. I love you more and more. Believe and you will find your way. A promise lives within you now. This definitely feels like baby, like a future baby coming. We've got, I'm the one who loves you no matter wrong or right. There's sort of the societal wrong or right. That's why you have to be fearless, because you have to break past these societal rules and follow your truth. I breathe you in again just to feel you underneath my skin. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna take one more. One more. And how do you do it? Make me feel like I do. Right. So let's get, we got the kiss. Now let's get a hug. This is Enchanted Embrace. And we've got the sadsies. I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh, did somebody hurt somebody? Let's see what else. Oh, we got a bunch. And so the pink ones, let's just make sure I don't have any other ones hiding. The pink ones are lovey-dovey ones. I will love you till my dying day. You are wonderful. The purple ones and the blue ones are a little bit sadder. I get so sad I don't know what to do. And the red ones are lusty. I want to feel your touch. You make me feel tingly. A little bit of mix here, but not too bad. Like mostly positive, right? This positive energy. They're going to make it up to you. Whatever it was that they did wrong. They feel sad too when you feel sad. All right, let's see now what the cherry on top is. We've got air fair, fire energetic, air free, air open-minded, and air intelligent. A lot of air here. All right. Now let's see what your charms have to say. Okay, we have sure week. Oh, something might be happening within this week. It's a good thing. You've got a little bit of dark energy coming through with the TIE fighter, or it could be an interference of some sort. So maybe somebody jealous or trying to block things. We have the turtle, though. The turtle is all about, the sea turtle is all about divine timing too. Like, and the moon energy, we just had a full moon in Leo. And like, so when it's a good time to go out to sea, the turtles know because of the tides, and the tides change because of the moon. So everything affects everything, and there could be patterns and things that you have to follow through with, like moon cycles, and watch for Mercury retrograde, and all of these kind of energies could affect choices and also your particular energy and your moods, right? We have Sweet Candy, we have Jack Skellington. It could be a very interesting and peculiar person coming through. We have kind of like the arrow in the heart, like they're yours, you know, Cupid love energy here, like kind of a possessive love. We have nighttime activities, so a lot of after hours connected, like in the, like, you know, dream world, and also just a little bit darker, a little more mysterious. We have San Juan, like from Puerto Rico, and we have the black kitty cat. This is Dobby, my familiar. I don't know if Dobby's my familiar anymore. I don't know if Dobby got reincarnated into one of my black girl cats, but definitely God bless Dobby for being in my life for the short time that he was. But black cat energy, you know, having that connection with a familiar or a pet, a loving pet that's got this unconditional love energy. And then you have the shell. Shell is like messages from the sea. It's very deep communication that you have with this person. Very eccentric and very deep, very one of a kind. But you'll be learning something pretty soon this week. Just you know, do whatever you can to give yourself like a force field. You know, imagine, you know how in Star Wars you know, when they're shooting and there's, you know, penetrating the force field. Well, you have a force field around you, so you can't let them get to you, right? They can't get to you. Have a force field. So imagine that force field around you. It's protecting you. The angels got you, okay? All right, I'm going to move on to the next. All right, and here's pile number 4. So last but not least, but you get the ugly fluorescent lighting that actually makes these cards really jump out in color. You know, really kind of, you can see a little bit more. Actually, they'll start to look more purpley and bluey in the sunlight, but in the fluorescent light, they look golden and yeah, a little bit kind of cool. So the Hierophant energy is really interesting to me. It's usually about teacher and mentors and Taurus energy and marriage and ceremony and rituals. But this particular Hierophant, also because he's young, kind of gives me taboo vibes, you know, like being in love with the priest, you know, like a thornbird energy, and somebody that wants to connect with you but can't because of particular restrictions, because of culture or rules or whatever it is, you know. So let's see what the cards have to say. Maybe there is somebody in here that can come out to connect with the Hierophant. Oh, there she is. The Queen of Pentacles is here. She's mother energy, stable, loving. This is a person who is very caring and giving. Right away, I'm feeling, because the Hierophant has sort of got a church quality about them, this could be like a spiritual woman, maybe even, you know, church-related activities. And somebody, you know, it does feel like it could be a Thornbirds thing, you know, somebody. Like, honestly, this can happen. My grandmother was in the choir, and my grandfather was a priest, and he noticed her, and that was it. You know, he actually left the priesthood to be with my grandmother, and that was a long time ago, and that was very, even, you know, that kind of thing is scandalous in these days, but in those days it was even worse than scandalous, you know. And I know they probably went through a lot of these boundaries issues initially, but she was irresistible. And so there could be kind of that energy here, this beautiful woman with, you know, marriage quality about her, mother energy, giver, charitable, like somebody you meet in a charity event. Just a very pretty connection. They're a slightly back to back, not, you know what I'm saying? He is like he's giving the host to the community, and she is just like got a side eye on him. You see that energy? It's like he's almost not looking at her, but he knows she's there. And then we have, oh, the devil. Temptation. Okay, so yeah, there's temptation going on both sides. Temptation, the fruits of love. Should we indulge in this, or should we not? Because it would change so much. It would just make a big ruckus. And some of it could have to do with reputation and the way the public sees, you know, this person or sees you. You know, a lot of that comes into play in the Matrix 3D relationships. And it's hard to integrate a higher level soulmate or twin flame relationship into our 3D rules, right? Because our 3D rules just doesn't want to allow this. So let's see what can happen. Oh, okay. So we have Judgment. This is a beautiful Judgment card. This is Archangel Gabriel. And I feel like Gabriel represents religion, right? Or at least higher beings. Angels are pure and beautiful and higher beings. And you see this feminine energy here. She's being almost seductive with Gabriel, but Gabriel is not unchanged. He is still the beautiful angel that he is. And there is like, this could be like a judgment from the outside, but Gabriel does not judge the connection. Gabriel says there is a higher calling to your connection than the earthbound issues. Judgment. It's an awakening. I want to read this one. Oh my goodness. But we have the Ten of Swords. And I feel like this particular Ten of Swords is only the imagination, really. It's like, oh, if we go through with this, we're doomed, you know. We're doomed, or, you know, it can't last. There's no hope, you know, that kind of energy. Let's see. I'm going to tell you what. The Judgment is an angel's love. This is absolution, atonement, rebirth, a fresh start, a higher calling, divine guidance, awakening, forgiveness, journey, resurrection. And it can represent a Scorpio here. And here we have a Taurus, and here we have Capricorn and earth energy. The Ten of Swords, though, Ten of Swords is a peculiar, it's kind of funny. Like, I know what this is. This is like, I don't care what they say. I don't care what they do. What they say about our love anyway. I want to go through with this, you know? It's almost like, and also the lyrics, I'll follow you into the dark. Death Cab for Cutie always comes to mind when I see this one. It's like, I'll die with you. If you get persecuted, I will get persecuted too, you know. If they give you 10 lashes, then I will jump in front of you and take the lashes with you. It's kind of this energy like, I'm sorry that, you know, they're treating you this way, but we're in this together. But I feel like, fortunately, you know, in today's society, depending on where you are, there will be a little bit more understanding and forgiveness in the situation. I feel like this is just projecting something that doesn't need to be projected. So yeah, to me, this is like following each other into the dark. This is very Romeo and Juliet, you know. It's despite, you know, against all odds, being together no matter what happens. And then the second part is maybe predicting some kind of misfortune or some kind of unhappy consequence or outcome, but that is what's in your mind. So you might want to check pile number 3 as well, because I feel like there's a little bit of that message there. There's the fearless love, and then there's what's in your mind that prevents you from jumping into this fearless love. So it was Rumi that was helping us out with these things. So let's see what Rumi has to say about this situation. Okay. All right. We've got Sacred Phoenix Heart. Phoenix energy is Scorpio energy too. So, oh my gosh, reason says there's no way out. Love says there is a way, and I have traveled it many times. Perhaps you're scratching your head quizzically or in the deepest despair because you have met a dead end. A frowning no or dismissive laugh upon your quest. Love guides us through travails that seem improbable, if not impossible. It does not shy away from any challenge or any cause. Love says there is always another way. That is this kind of love. It has to be brave because it's meant to be. It's a meant to be situation. Okay, so let's see what the romantic fairy has to say. You have reaching out. Expect a call or text from the person of your person of interest. That's a lot, but we'll take it. Ooh, physical connection. So you might go through with this after all. A sacred union of bodies, two becoming one. This is not just sex. This is a sacred union between two beautiful souls, physical union. And your dreams are about to come true. Have faith, your rainbow will come smiling through. This is going to be really nice connection. It's a healing connection too. Your romance will transform your life. And you may see it only the bad things that could happen, but it's actually going to transform in a beautiful, positive way. There is a magnetism here. There's a tractor beam. There's no escaping it. It's a gravitational pull to each other. So there could be some kind of event that you'll be going to where you just feel it and there's no turning back. And there's honest communication. Expect a heart-to-heart conversation. So yeah, the communication's coming through anytime, any day now. There's this, somebody's going to really express true feelings, and then there's just going to be this sense of no turning back. All right, let's see now what your Enchanted Kiss is. Now this deck really is going to look different in this lighting. It's a holographic deck, both sides. So here we go. We've got, you're the only thing I can't get, you're the one thing I can't get enough of. You're the one thing I can't get enough of. And I've got to breathe. I can't keep going under. Uh-oh. Am I loud and clear, or are we breaking up? Okay, so this is like some shadow energy, like fears. But more than ever, I simply love you more than life itself. Let's get some more. You're like a shooting star in the rain. Every time I see your bubbly face, I get the tingles in a silly place. Aww. Your soul is like a secret that I could never keep. I'm the one who loves you no matter wrong or right. See that? And the wrong or right, that's who made those rules, you know? It's who made that rule. If this was wrong or right. Okay, let's see now. This is your kiss, and now we're going to get your embrace. What's the Enchanted Embrace messages? Oh, I don't deserve you. It's bad enough that this is maybe a taboo love, but then somebody goes into, you know, self-doubt as well. And we have, I want to grow old with you. And I could get lost in your eyes. How wonderful life is with you in this world. I have to hide my feelings for you. Oh, yes. You are the woman of my dreams. Maybe a lot of dreaming about each other. Just do you. Oh, what a mix of things. But yeah, like this person just completely loves and adores you, but they have to hide so much, and they need you to just keep doing what you're good at. And you know, they'll admire you from a distance from now, but they have to work up this courage, because it seems like the timing is just not yet. Not yet. All right. But you know, Rumi is giving you a little bit of a push, and other energy, even judgment, even Archangel Gabriel, and that could be your angel that you talk to if you need some guidance. All right, let's see what your cherry on top is. Fire, energetic. Earth, cuddly. Water, empath. You've got air, free, and air, intelligence. All right, let's see what your charms have to say. Oh, you got the iron. I think that means it's good. Some ironing out the wrinkles. You're going to make it work. You have the USA. Ooh, you've got the marble of that I designate for planet Jupiter. So all the marbles represent planets, and this one is Jupiter, which is good luck. Good luck, good fortune. You have protection here. You have the long neck, which to me represents like a connection that's been around for a really long time. This could be a twin flame soulmate, or somebody that you have a karmic connection with for many, many years. Or it could represent also a specific age difference between two people. You've got, this is just represents fire. This, like a lot of passion, fire energy here. A very stable, solid heart. This ring is the man's wedding ring. And so it could represent two things. One, like a divorce, taking off the ring of a connection, or two, a marriage, putting on the ring. And similarly, the Hierophant represents marriage. And he could represent divorces, but I think mostly that is represented by justice, because rituals and religious connections only focus on the, on that. They don't, I mean, it could be an annulment, but not really a divorce, because they would frown upon the divorce, and that could be the problem here. There's a frown upon the divorce. Anyway, so but that could be eventually what happens here. Anyway, you have 2, 8, and 10. This is the sundial, and sundials just, to me, remind me a little bit of compasses and clocks, like 2 and 1. So it's going to have something to do with the sun, and will have something to do with the timing as well. It could represent summertime, or 2 or 8 or 10 could represent one, any of those numbers, or combination of those numbers could represent your timing. And then we have Scorpio. Scorpio came out in Judgment. Scorpio's passionate. I felt that passion here. We have the bicycle, which means, you know, you're moving at a steady pace, slow and steady. Compared to a car, it doesn't seem too fast, but compared to a person walking, you're going at a pretty good pace. So just, it's all in your perspective, right? You have the leaf, which is representing nature, and I just feel like walks in nature could be very helpful, and finding signs within nature, like asking spirit to give you a sign through a natural thing, you know. And the snowflake could represent winter months, but also it could represent that this person is just one in a million, no two snowflakes alike. You know, there's just nobody else like this person or like you. And the goat to me could represent the Chinese astrology of the goat or the sheep. It could also represent Capricorn again, and it could also represent an ambition, you know, climbing the mountain, an ambitious love, and finding a solution and not stopping until you get to the top. With the bus, there could be like a group situation. I see buses as groups because when it's usually filled with a bunch of children or sometimes adults. I often see, like, you know, those that in my head, I see those tour groups that go travel like from Houston to Louisiana, and these big buses to gamble or something like that. So sometimes it could be a fun thing. Sometimes it right gets the kids, like this particular one is a school bus, and it gets the kids home. And I used to be a school bus driver, so the other way I see it sometimes is a job that wasn't completely fulfilling, that I left behind in order to go to, you know, something that was a higher calling, so to speak. And, you know, there's a lot that goes with these things, these choices that we make. You know, a lot of pressure from society or from family as well. I remember, you know, I did like an early retirement and people were saying, oh, you shouldn't do that. You know, everybody has their opinion about stuff. And I think you got to just take a leap of faith and go with what you feel is right for you in the moment. So that kind of, to me, represents that. But you tell me what you think the school bus represents. It could represent somebody that has a child and that they get their, you know, kid on the bus every day. So let's see. We also got name, and you're the only one that got name. So let's see what your Scrabble says. All right, you have a T and H. I see you have this love, and the. You also had China came out. C, seed, seen, his, die, send, and yeah, that card, that Ten of Swords, just really seeing yeah, an unhappy end to all of this, but it doesn't have to be that way. Maybe somebody went through something like this in a past life, and that is a fear that you brought over from another lifetime. But it can be different. All you have to do is change your vision, your view. Let's try to change your view. Well, I needed another N, but I was hearing his intended. It's like you're his intended, or you're the other way around. Whoever the he is in the matter, if there is a he, there is a tending to. Let me see if what else I can find on any others. Message to help see things differently. I see. Maybe somebody, maybe you have a rendezvous and somebody gets pregnant here, so that's a possibility. I just want you to want to leave you with this positive message. My grandmother and my grandfather, they did go against the rules a long time ago when it was even worse to do it. And they ended up having a pretty happy marriage with 4 kids, and those 4 kids had kids. And I'm one of the offspring of that beautiful union that went against the odds. And you know what? It's possible. It's not impossible. It doesn't have to end in any kind of tragedy. All right, you guys. So if you're in that situation and it resonated, then, let me know. If not, maybe this is not your pile, or maybe you found a different message that was in this pile for you. But I hope you like that. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.